Hello there, I am Brigadier, and in today's Rooms 2.0 tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to modify player properties utilizing inventory items. This video is going to be similar to my previous video, which can be found in either one of these corners, but it's the health potions. This video is going to be a bit simpler because it's not going to require the whole health system, it only requires you to be in Rooms 2.0. Before we begin, make sure to spawn in the player definition board. When activated, this chip changes the default of any of the locomotion that the players have. You can modify anything that you see in here, and change speeds, or simply toggle it on or off. The last thing that we need to do before going to the circuits is to go to the settings of this room, and go to inventory items. Create a new inventory item, and modify it however you see fit, except for the use action. Make sure that that is turned on. Now we're going to create the basic circuitry behind using an inventory item. Create an event receiver configured to inventory item used, and an inventory item constant configured to your desired inventory item. Wire both of these to an equals chip, and that equals chip to an if chip. This is checking to see what inventory item was used, and if it equals this desired inventory item, the then output of this if chip will execute. If not, the else will. Wire the inventory item to the if chip to make sure that the action is carried through. What's next is the desired outcome of using that inventory item. So we're going to remove it from our inventory and then have the desired effect. In this case, it's going to give the player a jump boost. The first player property chip is going to be the modification, whereas the second is going to be setting it back to default. The chip setting it back to default should match whatever the player definition board says is the default. But for the modification, we can change this however much we want. In this case, I'm multiplying it by 4. We also need to change the delay to however long you want the effect to last. Then, we're just simply going to connect everything up. We're going to put the output of each chip to the input of the next chip. For delay, we want to grab the after delay output and connect it to the default. The very last step is to connect the two together. Simply take the then output of the if chip and run it into the inventory item remove. Then define the inventory item by the same constant used before. Feel free to modify this however you'd like. The way that I like to do that is to put a random float in between the inventory item remove and the modifier itself. Simply take that value of the random float and put it into the modifier so you don't know what effect you're going to get. Player properties are one of those unique parts of Rooms 2.0 that are going to be more and more common as time progresses. It's one of my favorite parts of Rooms 2.0, and I hope you have some fun with them too. I'll see you in the library, Rextorians.